What's going on, world? It's your boy Steve Dab317 back with another reaction video. Listen, so honestly, I've been torn. If you've been following my channel, you see I did a reaction to the episode 1, episode 2, and episode 3 of Dodgers Chief Donut Maker. And with this specific video, I was a bit torn. When I looked on his channel, I didn't see it. It may have been he may have removed it. Would be surprised if that was part of their agreement, once he won, or if he had a change of heart or whatever it may be. But, I was torn on posting this because I'm like, I really don't want to get this video necessarily recirculating. But then looking online, just as much as if you do a search, you will find the video posted in numerous places. A lot of people complaining. So I wanted to check out the video. I'm going to share my thoughts, my opinion. Anybody who's followed this channel for any length of time know that I try my best to be a non-biased person. So, I'm just gonna kind of listen to what he has to say and see what people are complaining about and see if I think what they're saying is valid. So yeah, let's go and jump right into it.
Hello guys, this is Preston from Exotic Car Blacklist today, and as you see, we are in our brand new vehicle to the channel. So I just wanted to touch base with you guys and kind of give you my 3 reasons on why I chose to not purchase a Dodge for another vehicle. I had an opportunity to buy a Hellcat. I had an opportunity to buy actually a Red Eye. I chose to not buy another Dodge because for me personally, the first reason I didn't want to buy another one was because.
All right, so before we get to his first reason, and I'm assuming he's in a BMW or a Porsche right now. Maybe he'll go into the details here in a moment.
Dodge, because for me personally, the first reason I didn't want to buy another one was because of the crowd that buy Dodges now. Like, I just don't want to be associated with them. I think that the crowd that buy Dodges now are just the younger generation of people who, back in the day, this was like the people they called the Honda crowd. So I'm gonna be real with y'all. I think now.
All right, so let's stop right there. Let's start with the first reason he listed: because of the crowd of individuals have been associated with them. Is there some truth and validity to that? I don't know. You tell me. The mopar heads of today, are they the same as it was, what, 30, what are we in, 30, 40, 50 years ago? That's one of those questions. If you haven't been around long enough, you probably won't know the accurate answer to that. But like, if you've got a parent or grandparent or uncle or auntie or something like that who was in a racing, in drag racing or street racing, whatever it was, back in the 60s, 70s, and maybe early 80s, like, ask their opinion on that. I would say, and I'm gonna let him finish saying what he's got to say, but I would say it's definitely different. It's definitely a different crowd. Some of the stuff, and I love speed without a doubt. I absolutely, like, in my heart, in my soul, I love speed. I like the drifting. But like the stuff I see people doing now, it's just it's different. And I don't say that to like judge them or criticize them. I'm just saying it's a lot different from the way we did things. Like, high-speed chase, maybe on a motorcycle, they out here, I would say anything in a 392 and up, they out here going for it. But not only that, they, I've seen people drifting or sliding across streets with people walking down the side and other cars, and I did some silly stuff, but usually I was on like an open road with like cornfields on either side of me. So if something went terribly wrong, at worst, I'll kill like a few bushels of corn or something like that. So, but yeah, let's let him finish his speaking his piece, and then I'll share my opinion.
It was like the people they called the Honda crowd. So I'm gonna be real with y'all. I think now charges and challenges are becoming like the.
Hey, real quick, what he means about the Honda crowd. So there's a point in time, at least back in, I don't know what, 90s, I'll say, like the Honda crowd. You would get a lot of revving and popping, and you hear the exhaust or the rice burners, as people called them, and people used to complain about it when they showed up to meets because, people were annoyed. And I think nowadays, man, you go to any online forum, like anybody will tell, I won't say anybody, a lot of people, because I'm constantly going back and forth with them, but a lot of people are like, as soon as the mopar community show up, all they ever do is want to burn rubber and with their loud exhausts, and it's kind of that stigma now that seems to be attached to the mopar community, in terms of this this newer age mopar, I should say. So
the new Hondas, you look at the way that they used to do Hondas back in the day. They used to mod the headlights, make them crazy colors, do crazy things to them, and that's the Dodge game now. That's literally what it is. People
Okay, so
are trying to
he's
see
talking
who got the
cosmetically.
craziest Dodge out there, and to me, that's not what I want to do for my channel, and that's not what I want to do personally. I don't care about having crazy headlights. There are two different colors and they blink. Like, I'm just not into that type of stuff. So
I will say them multicolor LED headlights that be running like that, them go hard. Like, I like them.
I wanted to get away from that crowd, and there's nothing against Dodge and nothing against the people that want to do that. Like, that's just what you like to do. So with that being said, you know, you guys can do whatever you want to do, mod your headlights up, do this and that, do X, Y, and Z. It's just not a direction that I personally want to go. So the next reason that that I didn't purchase a Dodge was because Dodge don't care about Dodge. If you want to be real with you, Dodge was supposed to have an update, a 4 passcode update that go into all Dodges to keep people from stealing them. And do you think Dodge ever released that update? No. So if Dodge not
Listen, I don't even know that. I don't even know if Dodge is able to release that up. I don't know what's going on with that. But listen, if you're not already hip to it, get you a Revelco. Is it Revelco? Is that how you pronounce it? Get you a Revelco pin system. Like, it, in terms of starting your car up and stealing it, it pretty much completely eliminates that. That being said, I can assure you, when it comes to people who steal cars, they are going to take any car that they want bad enough, right? Whether that means at the expense of drilling through your garage door and popping your emergency cable and lifting your garage and taking it, whether that comes down to pulling your neutral transmission release switch and pushing it, or towing it, or if that comes to taking your life. But listen, if they want it bad enough, they're going to take it. There's absolutely nothing you can do to make a vehicle theft proof. All you can do is try to do things to slow them down. You know, 4 or 5, that's a good deterrent. But yeah, them are just the facts. There are some flaws with the platform. We get it. I'm sure they get it. I'm not sure what they can do in terms of addressing it, but they definitely exist.
do you think Dodge ever released that update? No. So if Dodge not releasing that update, it shows me that Dodge don't care. Like, Dodge care about profit. They care about profitability. That's literally it. Their vehicles are some of the most stolen vehicles out there, and there's literally no fix to it. Like, that blows my mind when I think about it. And I mean, for me, yeah, that's a strike against Dodge for me. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't want to have a vehicle and have to worry about parking outside of a hotel at night because I decided to travel with it and drive somewhere for a car meet, and then it's gone the next day.
All right, so I'm going to slightly disagree with him on this one, because I mean, I don't. Could Dodge do something to address it? Maybe, but I think the bigger issue is, like, it's a whole lot of power. Like I was saying, 392 in most municipalities, inner cities, 392 and up. Like, you're go dog walk the police if you go for it. Obviously, you know, you got the radio and things like that, but if you know how to drive, you know how to bend a couple corners and disappear, like, bro, and that's why so many videos out of people doing that, like literally walking it and stopping and waiting for the police. And like, it's to the point now where cats, they ain't even putting fake paper plates on their car. They just out there riding. Like, I wish you would get behind me. And as soon as they light them up, they out of there making videos and laughing, putting them on social media or whatever. So yeah, I just think it's one of those that is, Dodge is running such a powerful platform right now, and that's the demand to steal those is going to be there, you know. And then now people are swapping them, throwing Hellcat motors in old schools and all kind of stuff. So yeah,
I don't want to personally have to worry about that. So that was my second reason I love Dodge. And my last reason I love Dodge, everybody and their mama got a Dodge. Like, literally everybody and their mama. Whether that's a V6, whether it's the 5.7, whether it's a 6.4, whether it's a 6.2. Like, everybody has a Dodge. So I wanted to do something different, and I wanted to jump out of that Dodge game because a lot of my friends had them. And no disrespect to you. A lot of my friends, you know, do the same thing to their, you know, to their Dodges. Like, let's just be honest. It blows my mind that there are meme pages for people who call their Scat Pack a SRT, which it is. There are actually meme pages for that. There's meme pages for, it's just, the crowd is just not a crowd that I want to be in. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't want to be mixed in it. I don't see myself going back to Dodge anytime soon, as far as like a Charger or a Challenger. I just,
All right. He said, I don't see myself going back to Dodge anytime soon. And I'm not sure when this video came out, but
don't see myself going back to Dodge anytime soon, as far as like a Charger or a Challenger. I just don't see myself being mixed in that crowd. Like, it's not who I am, and it's very toxic. The community is very toxic. So those are my 3 reasons that I jumped out of Dodge and decided to buy something else. And, you know, I guess it depends on your outlook on it, but you can say, hey, you know.
all right, so let's speak on the last point he just made. He said that the community is very toxic. And, you know, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'll share mine with you. You know, I think there's some validity to it. I mean, the main reason why I'm making this video is because as soon as they announced the winner, people started digging. Well, he said this, he did that, he didn't do donuts this way, he should have done this, I don't like the way you know what I mean? It was just so much criticism. But what I'll tell you is, like, and I've noticed this across, and this is almost like across all platforms, across all mediums, when a person goes from being relatively unknown to winning, I mean winning, like, people hate so hard during those early stages. And then that, here's the thing. You ever try being mad at somebody and let some days pass and keeping that same level of anger the entire time? It's like near impossible to do, right? It just starts to dissipate, and you know, you start finding other interests in life oftentimes. And I think it's a similar concept, because like with him just recently winning, like the level of hate it's off screen, right? And I think over time you're gonna notice it just kind of drifting off. But like right now, you got people saying, yeah, the whole donut maker thing is a scam. You got people saying, oh, they picked the wrong person. You got people saying Preston this and that. And it's in full disclosure, I do not have any formal association with him. My only knowing, this is how I found out about the contest. I actually, and one of the Facebook groups, whether it was a Dodge forum or a Hellcat group or whatever it is that I'm in, he posted like, hey, guys, wish me luck or support me as I try to enter the Chief Donut Maker contest, something like that. And I was just like, you know what? I don't even know. Matter of fact, my exact comment was something like, I don't know who you are or what the contest is, but I'm going to support you. Because that's the type of person I am. Like, I don't start off finding a reason not to support somebody. I start off like just being supportive of people in their ventures, and until they give me a reason not to support them, you know. And from what I've seen that thus far and what I've heard thus far on this video, like, I don't think he said anything that would lead me to feel like, you know, oh no, I can't support him. He shouldn't be in the position he's in. I mean, I'm happy for him, man. Like, I'm almost happy like I won, because I like seeing other people win. Like, I don't know, man. I just think if more people kind of shared that mindset, like, in the world, we would be in a much better place, instead of people always focused on being so worried about what the next man or what the next woman is doing. And anyway, let me get back into this video. I'll speak my piece a little bit later, but I don't want to talk for like 30 minutes in the middle of this. So,
you know, I guess it depends on your outlook on it, but you can say, hey, you know, every car community has X, Y, and Z. That's true. But what I can tell you for a fact is I've never experienced as much, as passionate of a community as the Dodge community. I love cars, but I'm not going to argue with you on why I shouldn't have put SRT on my brake pads instead of Brembo. Like, that's the dumbest argument to me. I'm not going to argue with you over that. So, with that being said, that's why I chose to get out of Dodge. So,
I'm surprised to see that the biggest argument has to be the bananas. Like, I see every single week it's about them. It's about the bananas, or it's about somebody who wants their V6 to be faster and people whine and complain about. Those are like probably the two biggest arguments I see.
If you was wondering, you know, why I went this way, why I purchased Porsche, well, Porsche is Porsche is one of the most renowned names out there. When you say Porsche, people are like, oh, you know, it's like one of those type of deals. Porsche is so interesting to me because they make their cars bulletproof. The motors are low-key bulletproof. And I'm not saying that you can't destroy a Porsche motor. I mean, you can destroy anything really that's mechanical or electronic. But I'm just saying, like, I could do a lot more to this and not have to worry.
I'm gonna throw this out there. If he was in a Hellcat, he would have got past the way he just did. I don't know what it was that just shot past it, but that wouldn't have happened.
About
No cap.
detonation compared to my Scat Pack. So with that being said, that was the reason why I chose Porsche. Porsche has some of the most running vehicles on the road out of all car makers. And the resale value is amazing on Porsches. It was just kind of a no-brainer for me. And then I wanted to do something a little different. Like the Charger was a speed demon car. And I wanted to kind of take a step back until everything blew over with previously what happened. Go back and watch my videos if you don't know what I'm talking about. And the reason I sold my Scat Pack. But I wanted to wait till all that blew over before I actually like bought another high performance car. So why not buy a high performance SUV? This right here is faster than my Scat Pack, and I'll prove that to y'all eventually. Not right now, no, probably no time soon, but I'll prove that to you eventually. From to 0 to 60, definitely faster because I'm all-wheel drive. But I'm twin turbo, so of course I'm gonna be faster than a Scat Pack. And when it comes to the Hellcat, I haven't had a chance to test that out yet, but I'd love to race a Hellcat to see how I do against it. So, you know, thank you guys for watching. Your boy is back. I'm back making videos on a regular basis. I know I was inconsistent there for a while, but I am back on a regular basis, and I look forward to bring you guys more content and connecting with you again. So this is Preston from Exotic Car Blacklist. Your boy is out. Keep an eye out for that review. The review is coming next week. The review of the Cayenne, the 958 Cayenne. Your boy is out. Peace.
Did I stop it? All right, pause right there. Nope, I didn't. That's sorry. It looked like it'll stop on its own. Hopefully. All right, so let's talk about it real quick. So in this video, and again, this video started to circulate. A lot of people are commenting on it, giving their opinions on it and stuff like that, which I respect because I try my best to respect everyone's opinion. But I also, just as much as I attempt to take a non-biased approach, you know, I would ask each and every one of you to kind of do the same thing. So my very first point that I will make in response to this video is by show of hands, right? Whether you're at home in front of your computer, you can raise your hand, you can do the little hand emoji, or you can just put me down in the comments. Who of everyone watching this video right now, who can raise their hand and say that they've never had a change of heart about anything in their life? Who can raise their hand and say that their opinion on every single opinion they've ever voiced in their entire life has remained the same and remained consistent throughout all of, you know, eternity, all of their life? Who can say that? I mean, think about it. And if we're being truthful and if we're being honest, there's not a single one of us who can sit here and with a straight face say we've done that. So here are the key things that come to mind. One, opinions change, things happen. Personal experience. I've got, so as many of you know, I have a Jeep Trackhawk. I've had some issues with my Trackhawk. I took it in for service. First issue with service, I explained, and this is when Trackhawk's a little bit newer, but first issue was me explaining to the service tech like, hey, I've got a custom wrap. I don't know. I've probably got a video on this channel somewhere. But me talking to the rep like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Yada yada. This is my issue. So they had to keep it for a while, and I was like, hey, is it going to be able to stay inside the shop? Because you know definitely the younger generation, they're very fond of stealing these. Oh no, yeah, we'll keep it inside the shop. Yada yada yada. So one night on a humbug, I'm out 2-3 o'clock in the morning, probably hanging up bandit signs because that's that's how I make my money. I'm gonna swing by the dealership. I swing by and they got my Jeep sitting out front center. And like the only thing they got for security is they got those little those little swing gate things with like the one little chain on it. The ones that usually they drive through, bust open with a raggedy car and go in and steal all the keys and take the vehicles they want. You know what I mean? And again, neither here nor there. But it low key, it rubbed me the wrong way. Which Neither here nor there. I get life happens or whatever. So they ended up putting me, and I'm making sure he started. If you want to hear the entire story, actually, if you want to see the four-page letter that I had to write to them and send certified mail because they weren't returning my messages, weren't returning my calls, and it was just a whole huge ordeal. Anyway, long story short, like I was to the point where I'm like, you know what, I'm just I hate Dodge. Like I literally in my heart I felt like it. Not said I hated individual, but just the company itself because I couldn't get a response. I was writing executives, I was writing across seas, I was, you know what I'm saying, reaching out to FC. Like I was doing everything I could and wasn't getting a response. And like I was just pissed off. And a buddy of mine told me about another dealership, and I was like, you know what? I'll go over to the other dealership. He said the dealership actually was Tom O'Brien. So I went over to Tom O'Brien and like the customer service was like through like literally through the roof. And that's the Tom O'Brien on 96th Street, I believe it is, here in Indy. But like the customer service was literally so great. I mean, from the time I walked in the door, the very moment I walked in the door, like whatever they had going on, a couple of people stopped, make sure I was attended to, see if I needed anything. Like everything was just like you could tell they cared about people. And like that really changed my perception. That's probably why I'm still in a that's probably why I still have the Jeep at this moment. It won't be around forever, but I still got it at this moment. So my opinion has changed on things. I'm sure yours has changed on things. The second thing is like, bro, these are cars, man. Y'all are here being like loyal with your life to these manufacturers who like you just a consumer to them. You see what I'm saying? Like, bro, like right now, I, I guess you could say I'm Team Mopar, and people will be like, well, if you say this, you're not loyal. But listen, I'm on a list to get a C8Z06. If I get a C8Z06, I'll be Team Chevy. I've got, and I don't even want to speak on the other things I've got coming down the pipe. A couple of you who know me personally know what I'm working on. But if I switch over to that, I'm gonna be team such and such. Like, bro, I'm here to enjoy it, man. Like, I don't love any one make, model, or anything so much that I feel like I've got to trash everybody else. Like, bro, there's Hondas that I like. There are Toyotas there that I like. There are BMWs that I like. That like there are so many things, trucks and cars, and bro, I even like minivans, man. The Dodge Grand Caravan was like my favorite vehicle, and I literally just got rid of it. Stowaway seats, I can get 4 sheets of plywood and drywall. I think up to four full sheets. Like it was a dream come true, especially for me rehabbing properties and stuff like that. So you know what I mean. That's the second point I make though. Is like I don't have to be loyal to them just as much as they're not loyal to me. They don't say, hey, you know what, if your name isn't Steve, we're not selling cars. That would be stupid, right? They're running the business. Third thing, the third point I'm going to make is like, bro, we talk $150,000 for the year. That's a job. And where I live here in Indiana, that's a cool income, right? Especially doing something that you enjoy doing. But that's a job. Now, again, by show of hands, how many of y'all have ever went to a job application and maybe massage the truth just a little bit, or maybe insinuated the truth just a little bit, right? Or maybe try to put your best foot forward and make it seem like maybe you're a little better at something than you really are. Maybe trying to make it seem like you were a little more committed to that company and interested in it than you really were. I mean, back when I, used to look for jobs and stuff, I remember I would get online, look up some basic info of the company, be like, yep, when I go to my interview, I'm gonna pull this up. Like I'm so, you know what I mean? And that was the back end. Do I do that now? No, but I don't put it in applications. So like, bro, it's a job, which probably is the reason if this video is removed off his channel, and I'll go through it and I'll look, but that's probably the reason why I got removed because it's they have a business relationship now. Now, fourth thing I want to say in terms of Dodge themselves, um, people have been complaining, oh, why would Dodge choose him if he said he would never buy another one? Here's the thing, like anybody, it's easy for a company to take a fanboy and put them in a position, right? And don't take fanboy as a derogatory term. What I mean is like somebody, a man or woman who has just been a lifelong, Mopar head. Like that's all they've ever known. They eat, sleep, and breathe. Can be the best driver in the world, maybe, right? And that's great and all, but like, do you understand from a marketing standpoint how much more powerful it is to take somebody who was against your brand and be able to wheel them back in or convert them over to your brand. Like that's significant. That is significant, and it speaks volumes, right? So in terms of the perception of the rest of the world, like when they're looking at that, and maybe not you, but at least some of the people in the world, who know the full story and understand a bit more about his background and how he said he wouldn't be getting a Dodge anytime soon, whatever soon is, that's a relative term. But I mean, for those individuals, it's like they get the opportunity to see, man, this experience must have been something. This actually was an experience that made him want to convert back over, and me personally, I think is more than the money. And I've watched a few of his videos. I'll check out more. Crazy thing is, people keep pulling up this one video, but he's got like a whole lot of videos on his channel, and most of them are like positive and in support of mopars. But of course, nobody wants to talk about all that. But anyways, listen, I wanted to make those 4 points really quick. I'm glad I checked out the video. I'm glad I got a chance to watch it. I probably will. Yeah, I'll go ahead and post it online. If somebody reaches out to me and requests for me to pull it down, I'll excuse me, I'll pull it down, no problem. You know what I mean? But I just think it's one of those things where like people can be so judgmental at times, and I think it really happens when somebody is winning. Like, bro, I don't care where you are in life. Now, listen, right now I'm talking to the haters. This ain't for everybody. This is specifically for the haters. I don't care where you are in life. Like, you are absolutely capable of greatness. I don't care what your situation is. I don't care what you're doing. Listen, all you have to do is understand the power of thinking. But I can assure you, if you keep spreading negative energy, you're going to find negative go keep finding his way and making his way into your life. That is guaranteed. You start thinking positive, you start spreading positive vibes, you start being supportive of people, even when you don't benefit from it, right? But like support, like liking a video or sharing or something, that don't cost you a penny, right? Watching a video takes a few minutes of time. Maybe you're sitting back eating cereal in between meetings, I don't know. But listen, support, you know, be supportive. Like even things that you dislike, guess what? It's okay to it's okay to keep your comments to yourself, right? Everybody doesn't necessarily care that you don't like this or you don't like that. It's fine. I got some stuff I dislike, but you know what? I don't spread that positive energy into the world because I realize on the other end of that, there's another human being. And just as much as I don't want to hear all the negative trash all the time, I'm sure other people don't want to either, right? Don't let people take their garbage in life, or you, if you're a hater, don't take your garbage and try to litter in other people's yard. Like keep that mess in your backyard, man. Ain't nobody trying to hear that type of negative energy. For everybody who's about positive vibes and positive energy, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. To all the haters, I'm expecting a few thumbs down on this video. That's okay. Matter of fact, you can hit that thumbs down button 2 times. But aside from that, I spoke my piece. We've checked out the video. I appreciate you for being here. Steve Dab 317, and I'm signing out. Peace.